Erased might be in my top 10 favorite anime of all time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your boy Panda, and today we're going to be reacting to my anime list. For those who do not know, there's a anime website called My Anime List, and in that website you can add all the anime you've been watching, or if you've watched or you've dropped, and you can add it all into one list and organize it each by each. And in my case, I've used My Anime List for so long, and I've tracked pretty much almost every anime I've watched. But I stopped updating my anime list 3 years ago, and since then I've watched way more anime. Yeah, let's see what are the good anime takes that I have here on my anime list. Alright bro, look at this bro. I've got a Beck photo cover. I used to like organize my entire interface here, but I've resetted it all and I just want a more simpler version or a simpler interface so that I can, sort my anime better. So before we actually, oh my gosh, look at this. Wow, Bakemonogatari. Obviously we got Beck, we got Bleach, Anohana, which is, by the way, Anohana is one of the most overrated cry jerking anime ever. It's not really that sad. I don't know why I put it in 8, but I was just trying to go with the flow most of the time. But yeah, before we do that, let's sort it to score. I think this is what you do, right? Okay, so look at all my 10 out of 10. We got Hajime no Ippo, very valid. We've got Grave of the Fireflies, 10 out of 10. Remembering all of the moments of the movie, I think the movie is great. I think the movie is a masterpiece, but looking back, I don't think it is like one of the best anime films of all time, even though it is still like very amazing. The story is very sad, based on a true story and everything. But yeah, I think the Grave of the Fireflies is a bit overrated now and it's outdated. But personally, I would change this to 8. But yeah, well, what the fuck am I talking about? This is my list. I can edit this, bro. Let's change that to 8. Sword of the Stranger. Yes. Sword of the Stranger is my favorite anime film of all time, and I don't think a lot of people watch this movie, bro. I highly recommend you guys to watch the movie. That fucking final fight, that's easily one of the best, if not the best action fighting animation scene in anime ever. I will stand by that to this day. I will die for that scene. So yeah, Sword of the Stranger, 10 out of 10, very perfect in my eyes. I've got Steins Gate. Yo, Steins Gate. Okay, you guys watched my Steins Gate video, but if you didn't, go click here. And my opinion on Steins Gate has definitely been like up and down, not because the show is bad, but because of my own personal experience with it. My first watch on Steins Gate, like back in 2018-17, it was definitely fucking phenomenal. Like, look at this, my #1 anime of all time. Yeah, it was very amazing. Like, the beginning part of Steins Gate is definitely like a slog to get through, like the first half, because there was nothing like going on. Shit was not happening, so I was just like, it is what it is. But then when episode 11 or 12 something, that's when everything like hit the fan. Like, it was so fucking awesome. Like, it was a non-stop ride. It was great. It was a thrill. It was just so amazing. And like, the time traveling aspect was so genius from beginning to end. Everything was connected. It can be like very hard to like follow because it is a time travel concept, but like on a normal perspective, I think I think the film, what the fuck? I think the anime is definitely great from my first watch. Then when I rewatched it, I was like, actually, why doesn't this hit the same? If you couldn't watch my video, I explained everything on there, but it's not because the show is getting worse or it's getting bad, but because I already know everything. And the first initial reactions that I had when I first watched it was not there anymore. So my experience on the rewatch has definitely been tainted, and I regret rewatching Steins Gate. I think it's one of the worst anime series to rewatch, and that's what I'm saying. 10 out of of 10 is perfect for a first rewatch, but you know what? Actually, I have a love and hate relationship with Steins Gate. I think this is my favorite anime of all time because it really stuck through my entire history, and still to this day, I still think about it, whether good or bad. So I think Steins Gate might be my favorite anime of all time. I don't know. Next one is Attack on Titan. I mean, Attack on Titan. I don't know. I think my pretentious side is sticking out because when I think of popular anime, I'm like, it's the popular anime. Of course, it is what it is. But you know, looking back, I think I really appreciate Steins Gate. I really appreciate Attack on Titan on what it did, even though the ending was a bit questionable and a bit meh compared to the runtime or the entire history of Attack on Titan. But I think overall, Attack on Titan is great. Season 2 was great. I definitely prefer Season 2 over Season 1. I don't think it deserves 10 out of 10 though. Season 3 is definitely better, but I will have to admit Season 2 of Attack on Titan is also good. So I will give credit to Attack on Titan. It is very good. Steins Gate Zero. Okay. I haven't rewatched Steins Gate Zero because Steins Gate Zero for me is much more longer, even though I think both seasons have the same amount of episodes, but I think Steins Gate Zero is more slower paced, and I don't think it is a 10 out of 10. Maybe that's because I am such a Steins Gate fanboy that I am very biased to Steins Gate, but looking back, I think Steins Gate Zero is not that great compared to Steins Gate, the first season. Steins Gate Zero is good, especially when Okabe became himself once again. I think from on episode 20. It's very long. I think the first half of Steins Gate Zero is depression and sad. I think it was good, but like it's not really the same as Steins Gate. But you know, when Okabe came back to his former self, because the first half or maybe like the third half of Steins Gate Zero was Okabe being depressed because Kirisu died, and you know, it's another different type of shit. But yeah, Kirisu died, and then Okabe is all depressed and shit. And then, long story short, he knew that Kirisu would come back or something like that, and then his personality came back to the old Okabe. But I don't know. But yeah, that's it. I think Steins Gate Zero is not 10 out of 10. I will have to edit this and change it to probably 8. Yeah, looking back, it's probably 8. The great thing about it though is that Steins Gate Zero is also connected to season 1, even though it's a completely different timeline. That's the genius part about it, because it's, you know, it's 8. Okay, there you go. Kimi no Nawa. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, 10 out of 10. I actually agree with this. Your Name is definitely one of the best anime series ever out there. My opinion on Your Name is definitely still the same. It's one of the best anime movies of all time. The love story is so great. The animation, I've rewatched it so many times and I've cried again and again because of this anime. So yeah, well, first of all, I'm gonna look at how many anime I've actually watched. Boku no Pico. Yeah, I watched 116 anime. That's it. I've definitely watched more than 100. I think it's been a long time since the last time I've updated this, but yeah, okay, 116. Okay. Attack on Titan Season 3 and Season 3 Part 2, and then Season 4, all 10 out of 10. I don't think Season 4 is as great as Season 3. Season 3 and Season 3 Part 2 are fucking phenomenal, bro. I think it's the best an anime can ever be. That's what I will say to Attack on Titan. The entirety of Season 3, every single episode, every single moment was so fucking amazing that I think it deserves 10 out of 10. At least 10 out of 10. And a lot of people like Attack on Titan, love Attack on Titan because of Season 3, and it definitely deserves a 10 out of 10. Season 4 though, I did love Season 4, but I think Season 4 was more of an up and down because there's so much thing going on and you need to like remember every detail, and I don't think they've really done it that great, even though they did well to the point where I could understand it, but they feed us a lot of information all at once so many times that it can be dragging sometimes. Unlike Season 3, Season 4 did it a little bit too much to the point where I got a bit bored, but Season 3 is just non-stop banger after banger, episode after episode after episode, with a lot of explanation as well. So I think season 4 could be like a 9. I'm tired of changing the rating. I'm not gonna change it anymore. Great Teacher Onizuka. Oh, wait, what did I say here? Life-changing anime of all time. It will give you life lessons. I agree. For me, Great Teacher Onizuka is definitely like one of the most life-changing anime I've ever watched. Even though the ending was a bit meh, I don't understand what happened. It didn't really like end like great, but it's fine. It is what it is. But the journey to get there was so amazing. It teaches you life lessons. Granted, it's been a long time since the last time I've watched Great Teacher Onizuka, but from what I can remember, it was definitely like very heart-wrenching. I remember watching this back when I was like in high school, especially in high school, bro. This anime really hits you really deep when you are like in that early years in your life. I was so like heavily invested into this anime to the point where I literally watched a live action version of this, an entire series of live action of this. After I finished the anime, I've watched a lot of the OVAs, like when Onizuka was a teenager. I watched all of that. I watched the entire Great Teacher Onizuka anime. I've tried reading the manga, but like back then I wasn't really into manga. So, but I've also watched like the live action series. It was so long, bro. But I've watched that, everything. Like I was so obsessed to GTO, and yeah, 9 out of 10. I totally agree. Death Note, it's obviously one of the greatest anime of all time. Possibly the greatest gateway anime you will ever see. Like, you know, people recommend Death Note to everyone. If you are first watching anime, you know, watch Death Note, all that sort of stuff. Shokugeki no Soma. Okay, I've watched the entire first 4 or 5 seasons of Food Wars, and I really loved it. It was good. It was good. Not because I'm a fat ass and I love watching food, but because I love the story and how Soma climbed through the ranks and, you know, become the best chef or something like that. It was actually very good. A Silent Voice, obviously the rival of Your Name, easily like the 2 best anime movies head to head. So yeah. Oh, My Hero Academia 2nd season. Okay, look at this, bro. Tagaki-san, I've watched this. Yeah, Food Wars, Promised Neverland. You know what happened to season 2? JoJo. Ho ho ho. 9 out of 10 though? Okay, sure. Yeah, I think 9 out of 10 is good. I think my favorite JoJo part is definitely I want to say part 3, but I don't know. I read part 6 and part 7. Part 7 is definitely like objectively like the best part ever, but like my favorite one is probably part 3 or part 2. I really like Joseph, bro. Joseph is definitely my favorite JoJo. Second is Jotaro, and third is probably Giorno. Anyways, I'm not as crazy of a JoJo fan now. I have a lot of JoJo posters in there right here. I also have a lot of JoJo posters at my inside of my thing there. But you know, Samurai Champloo, 8 out of 10. Now that is the perfect like 8 out of 10 anime ever. It's not the best. It's not bad. It's definitely a fucking good anime. The animation is great. The story is great. I mean, the story is not really that deep, but like the plot and the entire anime as a whole is freaking phenomenal, and I totally recommend it to people. Golden Boy, oh my goodness, only 6 episodes and it's a OVA, but I totally, oh shit, what the fuck? But I totally agree, and I totally recommend it to people to watch Golden Boy. It's one of the most amazing and hilarious animes I've ever watched, even though it is a bit perverted. It's a bit perverted. You can see nipples in it. You can see like almost a sex scene in it. But it's very funny. You know, it's very funny. So I definitely recommend Golden Boy. Okay, we got Bleach, 8 out of 10. Okay, sure. Dragon Ball Z, 8 out of 10. Yeah, sure. Naruto Shippuden. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, A Girl Who Left Through Time. Okay, this I think I have a weird obsession of time traveling anime, because The Girl Who Left Through Time is a time travel anime and I really like it. I think I just like the time travel genre as a whole. I don't remember anything else about the movie. What I do remember though is that I really enjoyed it. That's what I remembered. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, Bakemonogatari, 8 out of 10. Looking back, I think the Monogatari series as a whole is a bit fucking overrated, bro. I think the people who like Bakemonogatari, I think the Monogatari series is aimed for people who understands Japanese and for those who like Japanese culture as a whole. But I like the Japanese culture, I like anime, and I want to learn Japanese, but like, I'm not really that crazy into it, so that's why probably I didn't really enjoy the Monogatari series as a whole, not just Bakemonogatari but as a whole. So I think I think I would just rate this probably 7 now. Yo, we've got Red Line here. Red Line is such an underrated anime, bro, and I totally recommend it to people. The animation is phenomenal. I've heard that the anime is actually like animated through traditional paper and pencil, and those things. Anohana, as I said earlier, Anohana is one of the most overrated cry-jerking anime I've ever watched. I mean, I did cry watching this back in the day, but like the ending was whack, bro. What the fuck was that? Like, it's very like, nah, I don't like that. Hotarubi no Mori-i. I forgot the English title of this, but like this is the guy that was like living for eternity at the forest, and then he met a child and he watched her grow. Speaking this out loud, it sounds like predatory, and I think it is, to be honest. And looking back, I don't think it's that good. I think the movie is fucking boring as shit. And the sad thing is, he's not supposed to be touched, because if a human touch him, he disappears, and it's supposed to be so sad. Like, look at this, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. This movie is boring as shit. Your Lie in April. Oh, okay. People will say that I'm a fucking loser because of this, but I fucking love Your Lie in April, bro. I know Your Lie in April is like one of the most classic tear-jerking animes of all time, and I do agree. It is like very sad, and it hit me like right through the core, because I am also a musician. I am a very romantic person, and I get really attached to like a girl and stuff, and I got I get attached to the blonde girl, and what happens. This was very sad, but I do recognize that it is like a shitty anime, but I agree, like I still love it. I don't give a fuck what other people say. My Love Story, or Ore Monogatari, bro, I love this anime, bro. Like, a lot of people will clown me on this, but like the anime really like stick to me, because I feel like the main character is me, and I want to self-insert, and the main character also has like a very handsome best friend, and I have a lot of handsome best friends in my life, and like, look, you know what I mean. I like to self-insert in the main character's life, and it was very fun. It was very cute. Oh, what the fuck. For those who do not know, or for those who do not want to know, you don't have to search this, you don't have to look it up. Mankitsu. What the fuck, 8 out of 10? Oh my gosh, bro. I'm such a fucking degenerate back in the day, bro. And I gave it an 8 out of 10. I don't even think it is that good, bro. But I won't have to specify this. If you want to search it up, search it up. But if you don't have to. Alright, Prison School, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I agree with this. Not because it's like it's erotic and perverted, but like it's very hilarious, like Golden Boy, Classroom of the Elite, 8 out of 10. Classroom of the Elite. Oh wait, not Classroom of the Elite. Assassination Classroom. Fuck's sake. Assassination Classroom. I think it deserved its recognition and legacy that it left behind, but it's not really like an 8 out of 10. Maybe 7. Nah, maybe 8. Yeah, maybe 8. We've got Gakuen Babysitters. I really like cute animes, bro. Like, this anime is very cute. Like, the babies are so squishy, bro. I really want to have a kid someday. But yeah, I think this anime deserved my rating. 8 out of 10 is perfect. Oh, Bunny Girl Senpai. Alright, it deserved 8 out of 10. A lot of people hate this anime, bro. Why? Why do y'all hate this anime so much? It's so good. Like, I don't really remember it now because it's been a long time since I've watched it. But like, I remember watching this and like thinking, this is fucking amazing. Why are people complaining about this? Maybe they're complaining because of the character designs being so boring. But like, I don't really give a fuck about character designs. I'm much more give a fuck about the story, and the story is good. Like, I don't know why people are complaining about it. And Mai Sakurajima is my waifu for so long back in the day. I don't even know who my waifu is now, bro. I'm more on into the K-pop bias girl group type thing. My bias is definitely Chaewon. I love you, Chaewon. Yeah, Demon Slayer, I don't really need to speak on that, bro. I think Demon Slayer is fine. Doctor Stone, Jujutsu Kaisen, Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I'm a bit harsh on Cowboy Bebop, but like looking back, I think it's not really like that great, you know? I think Cowboy Bebop is meh. I think 7 is perfect. Of course, we got Beck, one of my favorite anime of all time, even though I rated 7. When I rate anime, I'm rating it objectively, not because I like it, but Beck might not be like the best anime or the best thing ever, but like it's still one of my favorite anime of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. Okay, I'm a bit harsh on Yu Yu Hakusho. That's because, you know what, actually, even still to this day, I think Yu Yu Hakusho is very overrated. Not very overrated, it's just slightly overrated. I don't really get the hype or the enjoyment of it. I finished it, I've watched the anime, I've read the manga, and it was like not really that like the best ever. They said like the Dark Tournament arc was like the best tournament arc ever. It's not, I don't know, it's not really. I mean, like, I didn't really enjoy it. I don't know what's up with that, but Hunter x Hunter I'm sorry, Hunter x Hunter fans. Maybe I was just a bit like bitter on Hunter x Hunter because Hunter x Hunter has been rated so highly, and you know, it undermined other animes. So I was like, nah, fuck Hunter x Hunter, bro. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is still good, but like, you know, I think Hunter x Hunter, looking back, deserves an 8 at least. Noragami, oh my god. Noragami, bro. Noragami. Who remembers Noragami, bro? When I talk about Noragami, I will specifically talk about Noragami Season 1 and Season 2 at the same time. I won't talk about them separately, but okay, Noragami for me, I have like so many memories with Noragami, and I think the manga is definitely much more better. The manga is definitely in my top 5 favorite manga series of all time, but like the anime for me, like I've discovered this anime like not even through YouTubers recommendations. I've just watched this because it came up in my, like, you know, when I'm searching for anime on like any anime sites, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, and I'll watch it, and I gave it a try, and I fell in love with the world, the concept of the story. It was really like captivating. It really captivated me, like the darkness of the anime and like the very sad parts of it as well. It was so heart-wrenching, especially in the manga. So I think Noragami is one of my favorite anime of all time, not because it's like the greatest story ever, but because it's like it hit me at the point of my life where I really needed anime like these. So yeah, especially the manga, bro. The manga is so much better, bro. Like the story of the manga, the art, everything was so perfect. I need you guys to read that manga now. Aoharu Ride is people call me a nerd for this, but I think Aoharu Ride is like my favorite love story anime manga of all time. I really like the third wheel, love triangle rather, the love triangle aspect of it. So yeah, you got Charlotte. Okay, 7 is way too high. Charlotte is definitely like a 3 or a 4, bro. I fucking hate Charlotte, bro. It's a fucking waste of my time. I watched the entirety of it. People keep hyping it to me. They keep saying like, oh, Charlotte, watch Charlotte. It's like one of the best anime of all time. Like the powers and stuff. The story is so heart-wrenching. It's sad. It's crying shit. Like, shut the fuck up. The anime is so fucking boring from start to finish. It was a total waste of my time. I really hated Charlotte, bro. Okay, we've got Erased. Okay, now this is gonna be a long rant about Erased. So I will definitely put a timestamp. Timestamp? What the fuck is wrong with my accent, bro? I will definitely put a timestamp. Timestamp? Timestamp. 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 I will definitely put a timestamp on when I will stop talking about Erased. So yeah, Erased, back when I first watched Erased back in 2018, the first 9 episodes was awesome. I really loved the first 9 episodes. I was like, everything I love about anime was in that first 9 or 8 episodes, and then the ending happened, and a lot of people like say like the killer was way too obvious, and I was like, I don't really care about that. What I really cared more was the romance aspect of the main character and the girl. So when I first watched that really like broke me because they didn't end up together. It was like really heart-wrenching. Like it really like made me depressed, like legit, like depression as in depression when I finished watching it. Like, look, this anime broke my heart and got me very depressed. See, this is my opinion back in 2018. I wrote this back in 2018. So I couldn't sleep. I couldn't like watch other anime. I was like really affected affected by the ending of Erased, and I was really like sad about this. So when I finished it, my opinion on the anime like literally been like, this anime is shit. I really hated this anime. I was all anger and anger and anger, like all that shit. It stayed like that for so many years until recently, like this year or like last year. I think I've rewatched it and I realized a lot of things about this anime. First of all, now I really did give a fuck about how they portray the killer. It's so obvious that the teacher is the killer, and it's obviously because I've watched the anime, so I know, but like it's very obvious now, and like I give a fuck about that now because I prefer the story and everything. The main character is 30 years old and he traveled back in time. So even though he is like 10 or 11 years old, his mind is still 30 years old. So if he fell in love with an 11 years old, that's basically a pedophilic behavior, and that didn't sit well with me, you know? So essentially he's like falling in love with a kid even though he's 30 years old. It's like fucking disgusting. So that really changed my entire perspective of the anime, and like it really, like, you know, I really don't give a fuck about that shit anymore, and I much prefer like how they solve the mystery, how they save the girl. That's the thing that impacted me the most now. So looking back, I think Erased is like, I have a love and hate relationship with Erased, just like Steins Gate. So what I will say though is that Erased might be in my top 10 favorite anime of all time. Just 2 years ago, I would never ever say this, but like now I have a lot of realization and, you know, a lot of things to, you know, look back on, and I think I love Erase for better or worse. So yeah, that's my rant on Erase. So yeah, let's move on. ReZero, 7 out of 10. Okay, I agree. Violet Evergarden, I don't think it's a 7, bro. I think Violet Evergarden is boring as shit. I finished the entire Violet Evergarden anime and it was very fucking boring, bro. Like the animation is great, of course. It's from Studio Kyoto Animations, and it was amazing. The visuals are great, but like the story is fucking boring. It wasn't really like that great. Yeah. Tenju Tenge, what the fuck? 6. I would give it a 4, bro. Are you kidding me? Shuzoku Spinner, I think damn, my childhood anime. It's like an anime about yo-yo and stuff. I was really heavily into yo-yo back in the day, so watching this, it was like very like just for me. 6 out of 10. Yeah, sure. I don't think it aged well. I don't think a lot of people would enjoy it these days, but for me, I like the high school aspect of this and the tournament shit of it. So yeah. What is this? Kotonoha no Niwa. This is the thing I hate about fucking MAL, my anime list, the website, is that they use Japanese or English titles. Just use English titles, bro. Like, what the fuck is Kotonoha no Niwa? Okay, I think this is oh, the Garden of Words. Okay, the Garden of Words. Yeah, it's fine if you have like foot fetish and stuff. This is for you. If you're into MILFs, you know, if you're into that, then go for it. Space Dandy, sure. 6 out of 10, sure. Space Dandy was up and down. There were episodes where it was fun, like enjoyable. There are also parts in Space Dandy that it was so boring. So yeah, 6 out of 10 is perfect. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. This anime, okay, another boring ass anime. I think this is much more overrated than Anohana. Anohana is overrated, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is way more overrated because the ending was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what was that ending, bro? Like, I think he went to space or dream and saw her and stuff. It was not realistic at all. I really hate like unrealistic stuff in a realistic story, you know. I really hate that, bro. Ishizuku reviewers. Remember when my anime list users rated this 10 out of 10? It became like the number 1 anime in my anime list. Wait, let me look back. Okay, we've got Hello World, which is 5. Oh, okay. Hello World, I remember watching the trailer of this coming out. The movie didn't come out yet, so I was like watching the trailer and I was like, oh, this is very interesting. It's, even though it's CGI, even though I hate CGI, like in anime, I think I would just give it a go because the girl is cute. Like the chemistry of them both look great, and it's about the time travel anime, and I'm like, oh, I like time traveling, so maybe I like this. And it's also romance, which is what I like. So when the movie came out, I watched it in not in theaters because it was not in theaters here in the Philippines, but like I watched it. I left very disappointed. That's about it. Disappointing. So 5 out of 10 is perfect. And the last but definitely least, Boku no Pico. There you go. Yeah, Boku no Pico. Obviously pedophilia like lolly and shit. 1 out of 10, perfect rating. There you go. Blah blah blah. But now that we're here, let's look at my on hold section. What did I? Oh, Baki Durara Fire Force. I think I finished Fire Force. I just didn't updated this. Fate Zero. I didn't finish Fate Zero. Kaguya-sama. Oh wait, what? No, I finished Kaguya-sama, bro. I was like very caught up to everything. What about the drop? What animes did I drop? Boruto. Okay, Boruto. Fairy Tail. Okay. What is the? Oh my goodness. Redo of Healer. Oh my goodness, bro. I think Redo of Healer was in anime. This is my degenerate side coming out. Redo of Healer is meh. Mirai Nikki. Yeah, my featured area. I didn't finish it. I definitely dropped it, bro. What the fuck is this? The detective is already there. Oh, I remember this. I watched like first 3 episodes. The animation of episode 1 was good. I think I made a YouTube video about this. You can watch it over here. We got God of High School. Okay, I dropped it. That's understandable. Wonder Egg Priority. Oh my goodness. Disappointing. And obviously, The Promised Neverland second season, because y'all know what happened that. What am I currently watching? Oh, I'm not currently watching anything. Okay. Let's go to plan to watch. What did I plan on watching? 91 Days. I still haven't watched 91 Days. What the fuck? Amagi Brilliant Park. What is this? What? I don't know this anime at all, bro. What the fuck? Let me Google this. What the? Oh. Okay. I think I know why I put this on my plan to watch. I'm such a fucking degenerate, bro. Fuka. What the fuck is... What am I planning on watching, bro? Fuka. Oh my goodness. What the fuck is this? 6 out of 10. What is Fuka? Okay, I was planning on watching a lot of Gintama. I still haven't watched Gintama. I have a second or a split personality because I don't remember these at all, bro. Okay. I think I know why I put this on my plan to do. Okay, plan to watch. Plan to do? What the fuck? What's it? Reka no Hono. Oh, Flame of Reka. I've watched Flame of Reka, bro. What about this? Night Raid 1931. Oh, I was planning on watching this. I think I was planning on watching this because this girl looks very pretty. And she might have been my waifu if I watched this back in the day. Wait, let me look this up. Like this girl, she's very pretty. I like her. She's very cute. I think I have a type, bro. My bias is Chaewon, which is short hair, and her being short hair. I really like short. I think I love short hair girls, bro. I think that's just me. Whoa. Close. What the fuck am I doing? Moral of the story is... update your anime list. I don't know, bro. My degenerate side definitely came out, but yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I am such a nerd in anime, but I never realized that I'm not actually that much of a nerd. I watch a few anime. 116 is a lot, but you know, compared to others, they watch like 400 animes at least. That's so many, bro. Yeah, for me, I'm not really gonna commit myself into watching that many anime. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Tini.